For more than 100 years, the Police Athletic League has served as a safe haven for millions of New York youth, and a relationship that continues to grow day by day. Here to talk more about that relationship, Executive Director Frederick Watts is here. All right, we were talking during the break. Is it PAL or PAL?
I think most people probably refer to it as PAL, but it's called both.
It's called, so both is okay?
Both is okay.
I won't get any texts or tweets or, you know.
No,
okay,
you'll be fine.
So how did it get started?
Well, we're over 100 years old, and it started within the police department, where the police officers, back in 1914, were trying to look for ways to engage youth and keep them out of trouble. And over the years, it sort of morphed such that we became a completely independent nonprofit, but we work very closely with the NYPD to provide all sorts of services for young people in the city.
Tell us about some of those services, Mr. Watts.
So if you sort of think about a child's life, we start at age 2. We have child care for kids and pre-K. Then we go into after-school programming from kindergarten to 8th grade. We have teen programming, that everything from college access programming to acting classes. And of course, we have a host of sports that we do with the police with the hopes of really bridging those gaps between the police and the community.
Now help me out, and this is just me asking, and that's why you're here. I've always just in my mind imagined that, you know, like if the kids come, they like watch Dragnet and Adam 12, just, you know, it's like you're trying to tell them how to be a cop, but it's not all cop driven, right?
No, not at all. In fact, we have we employ civilians, probably close to 1,000 people that are not police officers. They're educators, they're art specialists, they're actors, they're people, we have volunteers with their expertise, be they lawyers or singers, so we have a variety of people working with children to really bring them an enriched experience outside of school. But we also have that special sauce, which is the NYPD, so that the police officers, especially in the communities we serve, have an opportunity. We sort of provide the place where the community and the police can really come together and learn to understand each other in a way that hopefully will create a healthier experience.
So we're talking about the day and age that we're living in, where the trust between the communities across the country, not just in New York, and the law enforcement is rough right now. Does that ever get addressed, you know, through PAL, and how have you been able to to rebuild that trust or reinforce that trust that can still be there?
We feel that we have a very powerful mission because of everything you just said, and we're focused on young people. So hopefully what we're doing is we're starting young enough so that they can form their own opinions and relationships with the police to make it easier to reach an objective and hopefully positive experience with the police. So when you've played ball with a police officer, or he's read to you in your pre-K program, or he's involved in a singing project we have where you're writing music with a police officer and performing it, when you have those experiences and then you go back to your community, I think you can more fairly judge the police officers because you have a personal experience. And similarly, the police have this opportunity to understand the young people a little better and what they're going through. And I think sort of, I hate to call them sides, but both sort of constituents or sides have a healthier understanding of what the other is about, see that they probably have a lot more in common than they ever understood, and I think it helps sort of create anew that relationship. So we may not be able to fix some of the ruptured problems of the past, but what we can do is create new, better relationships in the communities, and hopefully with their parents as well.
And bridges to tomorrow.
Exactly.
So now, all right, you start with 2 years old, as young as 2. So what's the website, and do you have to apply, or how does a New York City child or young person get connected with,
so the website
with PAL?
The website is www.palnyc.org, so palnewyorkcity.org. The best way to sort of look at it is figure where you live and then go on the website and see what centers and programs we have in your neighborhood. So we're in all 5 boroughs. We have after-school programs, as I said, teen programs. Virtually all of our programs are completely free of charge, and it's just go to the website, see what you're interested in and what your child might need, and hopefully we can connect parents and families with those services.
Frederick Watts, thank you so much for coming by Good Day
Thanks
Straight
very
Talk.
much for having me.
And palnyc.org. All right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.